doing another video for you today. It's Sunday morning, about 9:15, and we're going over to a vessel to make some templates. Now obviously the Sunday morning thing isn't quite so fun, but if you notice in South Florida here it's a little overcast, so not a good beach day. And the boat's in the yard, so it's going to be a little easier to make a video of what I want to do. But we'll go up there and make that, and we'll just get over to the yard and I'll move everything up to the top deck and get set up, and then we can do some more filming. I'll show you how to do this. We're set up here, and this is the part that we're going to put corian on. It is currently 9 foot 9 3/4. So we're going to get a 12-foot slab of corian to put up here, so we don't have a seam in the top. Well, we know we're going to make it one piece. That's one piece for this side, one piece for the other side. They're very similar in size. I was telling you about the material that we use. This is a kume plywood. It's 3 mil in thickness, and it's 1 7/8 inches in width. This was obviously ripped off of 4x8. So I got a bunch of this stock. We lay it up against the hull side. Look, it's sort of touching over here. Then in the center, we got a 1-inch gap. So what does that mean? It means that it's curved. It's hitting on both ends, but it's curved. Now I'm going to do the hard work first before I show you how we're going to work around all of these welds that I told you was up here. Which the welds are basically, they put them in approximately every 6 inches, 6.5 inches. Would have been nice for me if they had ground them smooth, but I can work around that. That's why you become a template maker, pattern maker. You can deal with it. This is about a $30 jig. And this will scribe almost any template, almost any radius or anything else that you want to make. Put it on like this, set it in there, push everything down, gives you the template. See that radius that's in there? That fits that stainless rail perfectly. I got the outside. This is a good way to get started for something. So I got this bigger radius down here in the corner, which I need to make. So I'm going to simply push this in as much as it'll allow me to make the radius. Boom. See that? It's a perfect radius to what I need. Gives me a starting point. So I take a larger piece of plywood. It's made out of the same material as this. I'm going to simply make a pencil line. Rough it out. Take my large shears. And I'm going to cut away what I don't want. Okay, we got that started. Fits pretty close. Now, I'm going to take my little belt sander, bring it into the line. Okay, now I'm getting somewhere. I'm going to take my pencil and I scribe it out right along the line to where I want. And what I'm trying to do is enlarge it larger than my pattern maker would allow me to do. Getting even closer. One more nice scribe on that. And slowly make it a little larger. Now, take a simple block. I'm going to clean that to the line really nice. Now as I move this back and forth on the radius, obviously I get a different fit. So at this point, what I want to do is just make a quick mark. And I want to square the ends off the radius. This will allow me to put my next piece up against it in this relatively square fashion. But it's going to do something else for me as well. For my final little fit, I want to mark directly on the aluminum, so as I'm doing my sanding, I put it back in the same place each time, so I'm not sliding it on the radius. I know what I'm trying to fit to. Now that piece actually fits really well right now, and what I'm doing is tightening up the gap by a 32nd. So it's just in the belly, it's off just a little bit. Now you notice I'm not sanding a whole lot while I'm checking it, in between checks. And the reason for that is it's a radius. So just taking off a little bit actually does a lot. There we go, the hardest piece is fit now. That goes in. It's within just a little bit. So you can see the curve. Today I'm going to make patterns. I'm going to show you how we do that. You get a lot of people that come into the shop that think they're carpenters, hire them on. Here, go make me a pattern. They kind of have the deer in the headlights kind of look in it. It's like, what? Been in the business for 20 years, don't know how to make a pattern. So I thought perhaps today I got some really neat patterns, and I figured if you happen to be watching this video and then you plan to come to work for De Bergerac, at least you can cheat a little bit, learn how to make a proper pattern before you come and see me about a job. But we're making Korean tops for the boat, and it's in the sections that we're doing are in raw aluminum right now, and they got some welds in the way of the pattern and things of that nature, but we're trying to get ahead on the job and start making the Korean tops during the time that the parts are going into fairing and getting painted. So when I show you what we're doing up on the boat, it'll be a little bit easier for you to understand. But the whole purpose of this video is to show how to make a proper pattern. Now this is good for a lot of people would come to the point where they would feel that this was good. But this is 9 feet long. It doesn't quite fit in the back of the truck. It's almost 10 feet long. And again, I want it strong. So I'm gonna go to the last extreme on this, which I already did on the other side. The piece made it back to the shop fine. It was good. We're gonna make this structurally sound. Is we're going to run some angle pieces in here. And now we have a completed pattern, as you can see. I'm just going to clean up a little bit here, and I'll show you how this pops off. What I do need to do is label this accordingly for the so we know what it is. It goes back to the shop. So I'm going to write on it poly, and then this would be the port side of the boat. I'm going to write port side on that. Everything's marked, laid out, and I just made a 9.5 foot template, whatever it is. In that shorter period of time, you can do the same thing. So really, you see the tools I used: hot melt glue gun, pattern stock, obviously hot melt glue, pair of shears, little belt sander, and a radius gauge. That's pretty much all you need. I mean, you got a template that anybody can use. It's going to be stronger than anything, and I'm going to show you that right now. Because it's all put together. You remember there's a couple little pieces of glue underneath there, but it doesn't stick really well to the aluminum. So we can pop it free pretty easy. And there's your template. You can see I can bend this, I can do whatever I want with it. And bend it like a little U. It's not even coming apart. See that? How strong that is? It's great. No cracking, no breaking. Set it back on there. Boom. Fits perfect. So when that goes to the shop, it's going to maintain its shape, it's going to maintain its structural. I cut the corian out according to. No issues. That's how you make a proper pattern. Something that'll last for a long time. All right, we hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back again soon. Thank you.